Alright everyone, what is going on, and welcome back to today's video. In today's video we're diving back into another coaching video. I've not done a coaching video in a while, but that is because I don't really get much gameplay too often. So if you guys ever do have gameplay that you want me to review, either on your Twitch channel or your YouTube channel, do make sure to let me know, because obviously I'm always down to make a coaching video. I'm always down to help you guys out, but I obviously need the gameplay. So here we have a submission from Fei Sway's son. He hit me up in the YouTube comment section and linked me to this video. He's currently at 2,813 MMR, yeah, that's it. What rank is that? I honestly have absolutely zero clue. I think that's about gold 3, gold 2 area, I'm pretty sure. Gold 2, gold 2 I'm pretty sure is, 100% gold 2, my bad. But yeah, he's in the gold 2 area, 2,813 MMR, and this is just going to be me reviewing his gameplay and hopefully giving him some tips on what he wants to improve on. So otherwise, hope you guys enjoy this video. The quality is a little bit wacky, but hopefully it hold on, is it my internet? Yeah, it's my internet. Alright, never mind. Put that on 720 real quick, and yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Let me just make sure the quality is actually watchable real quick before it loads up. And yeah, otherwise make sure to leave a like on this video, make sure to check out my Twitch, the link's down in the description below, and also make sure to come drop a sub on the channel as well. We're on that final stretch to 10k. We have 500 to go, and I'd appreciate all of you guys being a part of that. But while I let this load, I'll cut back to you guys and we'll dive into the video. Alright, so we're coming at you with this round. He is currently playing a Lesion on objective. I commend that a lot. Playing Lesion on site is something Lesion's definitely someone you should be running on site. I think at the moment you're just waiting for people to push aside. I'd say that's the best strategy possible. Not sure if you do anything this round, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to actually analyze any gameplay, but so far Bucks just fragged off. It looks like they're Thatcher and hard breaching the exterior walls. Looks like you just double checked that. So far nothing really to point out. You're kind of just skitzing out and just mashing your buttons a lot, but I mean, you've got no one on you, so there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with the positioning in that play. The teammates just completely sold and put it down to a 2v2. Not sure what the fuck they're doing. Obviously pushing people when you have a 4v2 situation is not the play. You just saw the dead body there. Okay, you did notice. The fact that you didn't have your gun out there may have caused you a death, but anyway, it did work out in the end, I suppose, so we can't complain. But make sure to, if there's a death nearby, you should always be watching that angle. Because if he wide swung you while you were throwing that goo mine, you probably would have gotten angry and just be like, why'd he push? But yeah, otherwise, a little bit of an excessive B button pressing, but oh well, there's nothing really wrong with it. We'll see, unless it actually specifically throws off your aim when you get into a gunfight. That's when it becomes a problem and you need to slow down a little bit. But at the moment, I think you're just wide swinging, peeking slowly, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, at the moment, that's a good peek. Definitely positioning yourself well, concealing your head, trying to make use of that. You can hear him hitting open that castle, but you still are not watching it. Not sure. Is he still hitting it? Oh, there you go. Aim was... I don't think there was anything wrong with your aim there. I'd say... Let me just check. I wasn't paying attention to this before. Yeah, I didn't even hear him open it. Yeah, crosshair placement wasn't bad, really. There was really nothing wrong with that round. I'd say you did a good job, good frag, but I don't know if you're just doing it to fuck around or not, but you are pressing your B button and your lean buttons a little bit often. I'd try not to make that a habit because it's obviously going to stitch you up in the long run. Hopefully there's no situations in this video, in this gameplay, that you do get stitched up by crouch spam or lean spam, but otherwise, that was a solid round, and let's get into the next one. So at the moment they are hard breaching the ace wall, and you wide swinging, that's fair, solid strategy. Always check a doorway when you're rotating across it, which was good. I'd always recommend that. If you're going to push in front of a door that's usually commonly occupied, I'd definitely suggest pre-firing it. Yeah, so that impact hole could be a little bit more concealed, I guess, if you're going to peek it like that, because I would just open the top half and try and use a head level peek maybe, but I'm guessing, I don't know if you made it. I didn't watch the prep phase because we're just trying to watch gameplay at the moment. So far your teammates are doing good. You're playing passive. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Playing passive is an essential part of winning. Playing passive is the #1 thing you should do when you're attempting to win a game. At the moment you're literally just letting these two go at it and you're watching the connector rotate, which is fair enough. Have absolutely no problems with that, so keep that up, big fella. Yeah, I don't really have much to say at the moment. You're just holding an angle. You could be holding it a little bit tighter, but I'd say holding it like with a little bit of space gives you the ability to swing, which is something that will come in handy in the end. Doc's just completely peeking something you already have under control, so he's basically just wasting time. See, at the moment, I know you're just like messing around, but you're just mashing your lean button. There's really no point doing it. Obviously, I can see why you're doing it to do the little quick peeks, but just try not to get in the habit of pressing your buttons too much, because if you get into a gunfight, it might become a bad habit that you do that actually when you're coming up against people, and that's definitely not going to help you out ever, because I'm a sufferer of this habit, and I've gotten way better at not doing it, but it's still quite a problem. It's something you don't want to pick up. You want to try and filter that out of your you want to filter that out as quick as possible. So you hear the barbed wire breaking. Doc's on the cover, so are you. You two are just going to completely smack him if he pushes through that door. Either way, he's going to slam someone, and then the other one should be able to cover, which is exactly what happened. You crouch spam when you did that. Let's face the facts. He wasn't even looking at you. Absolutely zero point in having to do that. Obviously, nothing wrong with it, but it threw your crosshair placement off. It threw your aim off a little bit as well. I don't know if you overleaned a little bit as well. Let me just have a quick look. Let's have a little replay. Did you? You kept your lean good. That's good. You kept your lean controlled, but the crouching was just completely unnecessary. Just control your aim and focus on hitting that headshot, because obviously you want to work on getting your crosshair placement as close to the head at all times as possible. But otherwise, that was a pretty solid round. Another good win on the board, and let's dive into the next round. Alright, so you're currently in a 3v4 situation. Doc just made it a 3v5. A 3v3, sorry. Now it's a 2v2. So at the moment, you've Legion mained the whole game. I don't have a problem with that. It's good that you have a main. It means you can hopefully you've been practicing with his gun. You got it under control. I haven't seen anything that says otherwise. Your recoil control's been pretty good. It's just been a little bit of minor errors, like a little bit of the B button pressing and all that. Holding that angle there, honestly, it's probably never going to help you in the long run, because people come up those stairs. You don't want to be exposed from too many angles. Like, the way you're peeking that is incredibly exposed. I would 100% never recommend peeking yellow, because there's just so many angles you can get crossfired from. You just don't want to get caught in that position. I'd say if you're going to peek that, you should use the soft wall rotate on the other side. You are playing a little bit aggressive, getting droned out and rotating after the drone. That is good. That is good. You're still on the constant spot. Stay on the move as much as possible when you're on the constant spot. That's fair. That was a good swing. You could have pre-fired it, but I probably wouldn't have pre-fired that either. But just a suggestion. Crouch spamming, again, completely unnecessary in my opinion, honestly. It really doesn't help you. I've been over this before. You're just getting completely cucked. There's really nothing you could do there. The other team played that incredibly smart. When you have it's a 1v2 like it was, surrounding them and just stunning and disorienting them as much as possible is the best way to push as the attackers. You want to try and conjoin around him, because if one does happen to get slammed, like say you slammed that Zofia when you peeked her in the previous little encounter, then Buckwood should have pushed in and just slammed you in the back. It would have just been an easy round for them. So obviously conjoining around and collectively pushing, this is more on the other team side, is the smart way to play. You had nothing really to do. I don't know if it's really throwing off your aim. I haven't really been able to properly look at it yet, but there's definitely a problem of pressing your B button. I'd say it happens to a lot of console players. I'm definitely not coming at you for crouch spamming, but just try and look out for that and try and keep it under control, because as I've said in previous videos, after you do the first up-down, it really doesn't, like, if you keep doing it after that first one, it really doesn't affect your stance whatsoever. It's not helping you at all. That first up-down does actually cover you and will help you out in a gunfight, but any point after that, you should just choose to either stay down or up and just control your recoil. But other than that, let's dive into the next round. Alright, so we're going to be watching the whole attack rounds, because you never know what happens in attack. So we are coming in, he is playing Ace, which is good. I like the support play. No one is playing really anything to help you. An IQ could help, but in an objective like Armory and Throne, which is where most people will go first on this objective, there definitely needs to be someone such as a Twitch or a Thatcher if there is a hard breach in play and you're pushing that way. Excuse me. Obviously you can still take yellow from above, but whether IQ does that or not, we'll find out. Jackal's already been fragged off. Obviously you do not want to lose people within the first minute. That is something that is always going to hurt your team more than it's going to benefit it, obviously. At the moment, droning, I like that. I love to see people droning out the way they're pushing. Love to see people making sure that stuff's cleared. It's always good. They are not playing anyone to stop the ace, so you are quite lucky in that instance. If the other team was smart and brought a bandit or a mute, you would not have been able to hard breach that wall, and it would have made it 10 times more difficult to push this site specifically. Someone's got knifed. I don't know how the fuck that happens. We got a clash, droning out the site, smart. Getting the pings in there as well, because I'm guessing you don't have communication, but I'm not 100%. Using drone as bait is smart. Definitely commend that. That was good. You should probably always do that if you are unsure if someone's pushing you. Having that advanced setting on is a #1 tip from me. You should always have drone deployment on as advanced, just because it's always going to help you out. Because if you do throw your drone and someone wraps the corner, then you're fucked pretty much if you don't have advanced on. So that's really not going to help you. Okay, they did have a bandit, but he left maintenance open. Okay, fair enough. That does happen. It doesn't. You shouldn't expect multiple people. Seems like your team's getting slammed, and you're kind of like out on your own little adventure. I'd say try and pick up the pace a little bit and work with the team, if possible. Obviously, there's nothing. You're going for diffuser, so there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, you are going for diffuser, so the team really should have come with you instead of just slowly getting picked off. And do remember that when you are here, yeah, you just realized you're hella exposed, and it's a 1v3, so they're probably out on the hunt for you. So make sure you're not in an exposed position if you're going to choose to drone in 1v3, 1v4, 1v2 situations, because they are probably going to push you, like this fella right here. Aim was a little bit off there, but obviously it happens to the best of us. I can't hate on that. I don't really want to go into aim training on this video, but let's just quickly go and review what kind of caused the potato. So you had your crosshair in the, hold on, let's try and find the frame real quick. So you had your crosshair where his head would have been. Obviously, it was a little bit low. You hit him in the shoulder, and then it kind of just took you a second to realize that he wasn't there. So, I don't think that's really anything to worry about. I'd say the swing is really what stitched you up. When you swing like that, you kind of try and stick your aim into one place, and then after that initial swing and you assume you kill them, most of the time, that's when you make a little realization, which was here, that you need to move and you need to fix that shit up. So anyways, other than that, there wasn't really anything wrong with that, just a little bit of potato, but as I said, it happens to everyone, especially on consoles, so there's really, you don't have to worry about that. 18 seconds left with diffuser. You kind of do need to pick up the pace a little bit. I don't think smoking that out's really going to help you out at all, because it's just going to, yeah, that's not going to help you out ever, in my opinion. They're 100% just waiting for you on site. Good play, good play. He just friendly fired himself. Obviously, you can't do anything against a clash. But yeah, honestly, that push was solid. You caught Bandit lacking, but trying to do it a little bit earlier probably would have helped you out, but there's nothing you can really do about that. Honestly, there wasn't really anything wrong. Your aim on that bandit was pretty solid. You cleaned him up before he could get that C4 off, and then you gave him a death. And then on the Jaeger, obviously, it's just a little bit of potatoes, nothing wrong. I don't think you crouch spammed a little bit on this final kill, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Again, you control Drame on that one though, so there's really nothing wrong with it. But again, there's really literally no point in crouch spamming except for just that first little up down and then just stand still. That's anything I can tip you. That's probably something I would say, because just mashing your B button, as I said, after the first one, it does nothing. Your body barely moves. It's not helping you out whatsoever, and it's just throwing off your aim in all honesty. So it's really not going to help you out much at all. But otherwise, we're going to dive into the next round. By the looks of it, someone has been... is it injured or are they 1 health? Alright, he's 1 health. He's not dead. So someone got spawn peaked down to 1 health, and Capitao's on 50 health already. Your teammates definitely need to look out for that one. Old mate just friendly fired. I don't know what they're doing. Who knows? If they... You just... that's tough. You've just completely wasted 1 drone. It happens to the best of us. Just a little mistake. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not... That's not really something I can critique. It's just, maybe pay attention to that next time. That's probably the best thing I could say. Good droning, making sure maintenance is clear. Gotta make sure to drone out that initiation and that hallway as well. You had like a really brief look at hallway. It's good you're checking it now. Yep, that's completely fine. Taking initiation wall is something you should definitely focus on when you are pushing the bunk daycare objective on this map. So definitely commend that. You are on your own though, again. Teammates aren't with you. You've just located the vigil. I don't know if you're just leaning the wrong way or something. I don't know what happened, but yeah. And I don't really have much to say. There you go. You got Vigil. You just saw Vigil flanking you, and you it looked like he was flanking. Yeah, there you go. Alright, Vigil definitely could have capitalized on that, but your timing there kind of saved you, honestly. 100% you should have you should have probably just sat where this guy is now and just waited for him right there. But yeah, your timing kind of saved you. Vigil just wasn't checking where he was going. Positioning there, you were exposed as fuck, but obviously you knew no one was there, I'm guessing, so you were like, we're chilling. I'd say that was someone shooting you from the open wall. Oh no, he was there. There you go, that's solid positioning. Gives you a little bit of room. Good shot, good shot. That was a good shot. Right, you've come across the Clash again. Now the best way to play against the Clash is to put her in a 1v whatever situation and then just rush the fuck out of her. I don't know if that was Jaeger or Clash that just died. Old mate's planning, that's good. I think it was Clash that died, so you guys just surround. Oh no, Clash is there. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, you didn't really do anything wrong there at all. I'd say that was solid. You shot body level first, and then you adjusted to the feet, which is good. Clash is a very annoying operator to come up against, but obviously, if you surround them and eliminate their teammates enough, Clash can't really do anything in a 1v3 situation, unless the attacking team is just completely throwing the game. But otherwise, I'd say that was a pretty solid round. You hit a good headshot on Vigil, but as I said, timing did kind of save you. Maybe just try and adjust to that rotation a little bit quicker. You held a pretty good angle on Lesion, just absolutely slammed him. That was a good kill. And you got a solid kill on Clash. So nothing wrong with that round. Let's dive into the next one. Alright, so diving into the next round, you are droning. Picking up your drone, and someone's outside. Oh, you didn't. Rip. Alright, definitely check that. I don't know if you just didn't notice, or if you yeah, I don't know. That was a tough one. You definitely could have. Oh, you skipped it. All right, we'll pause it there. You definitely could have converted off that. 100% make sure to drone out the runouts before you hop on a rappel, or hop on a rappel that you know is safe. Always try and consider these things. One thing that used to get me a lot when this map first came out is someone running out either maintenance or from barrel to just plundering out those two doors and just running out on the rappel, or someone sitting there on their drone, or basically anything. That shit used to piss the fuck out of me, but now I've kind of just taught myself to drone all that. Just teach yourself around these things. Obviously, you probably learnt from your mistake. You're going to check majority of the runouts probably next round, I'd say, but otherwise, that was just a tough run out. You didn't really look though, so make sure to look out for those things. If someone's outside, you should always check where it is and see if it's going to actually concern you, if you can convert a kill, because early frags like that on some defender outside, 100% going to benefit your team, so always look out for those things, but otherwise, that was just unlucky, my guy. Let's dive into the next round. Alright, so I'm guessing you guys lost that round by the fact that we're in overtime at the moment. You're currently playing a light, that was my speaker, sorry. You're playing a light roam, you've been droned out. You've seen Ash. Yeah, there was a few things there that you kind of fucked up. The first thing is you saw her and you instantly pre-fired at the head. That was alright, but I don't know if you noticed, but you're hitting the wall there. So that's just bad luck. I don't think there's anything really wrong with that play. I wouldn't get up you for that. That was just, I'm guessing you just got instant scared. The fact that you drop shot though, that's never going to help you out, especially in a situation like that. I'd say the best way to play a situation like this, if you do catch someone that's like waiting for you, kind of like, as you can see, she's like there, you both look at each other. The best way to play this would just to be get set up in a situation, and you did play it right. You try and pre-fire that corner, but I wouldn't pre-fire it at head level, because a lot of the time, people who do peek you at head level here, they're probably going to crouch and swing you. So I'd say just try and dump your bullets around the stomach area, because obviously if they're crouching, you're going to dome them in the head, and if they're not crouching, then you're going to hit their stomach. So when you get into a situation like this, just try and think about that from now on. Anyone watching this will help you out. Like, as you can see, he attempted to pre-fire it, but where he lacked is he pre-fired head level, and Ash just wide swung crouched him. So I'd say the best strategy, if you guys can remember when you're in these situations, is always try and we'll just wait for him to always try and aim at about this level here. If you guys can see my cursor, this level right here, right in that little, basically, yeah, just here. So if he was, well, obviously it went out of frame a little bit. We'll just cut back to it real quick. if he was aiming about where that red thing is, which was where I was pointing at before, he would just slam the fuck out of this Ash and she wouldn't even stand a chance. Because most people, honestly, they're going to re-peek this. They're always going to re-peek this. People are aggressive. That's just how it works. So the best way to try and counter that is to just predict either a crouch or a standing, so you have the best chance at winning. Because obviously when you're aiming at this level, it is going to stitch you up. This is going basically completely against the whole place here. Like, your crosshair placement's good here, you're aiming instantly for the head. But in situations like this, 50% of the time someone's going to swing it when they're crouched, and that's basically what got you killed. Obviously the drop shot didn't help you whatsoever at all. Try and stay on your feet. Just try and control your recoil as best as possible, because the drop shot's never going to help you out. Alright, so as you can see, you are being 10 times more cautious. You've already lost a drone. I wasn't watching how you lost that drone. Sometimes it does happen, everyone. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you're being way more cautious on the run out now, as I said before, because you got ran out on. So that's good. Hopefully you keep up that consistency throughout other games, because you should always check for run outs and stuff like that. But yeah, otherwise you are a little bit over droning here. Obviously, if Vigil was around, he'd be on his ping, or you'd see him. Oh, you didn't check the what's that room called? Maintenance. You didn't check maintenance. You probably should have droned that out. But 2v4 already, 144 to go. You're in a pretty shitty position. Zesty just fragged someone off, and now he's on 1 health. Your position is now given away. 100% you just need to set up or get outside. Because obviously, when you're in a situation when you're down a teammate, people get aggressive. I don't know why it is. At the moment, you're 100% exposed to that. Oh, there's a deployable there. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm guessing you were just utilizing that. Yeah, I just need to cough real quick, so give me a second. Fuck. When I talk for too long, it just does that. Alright, now you're in a 1v3. You're 100% going to get pushed at some stage as soon as your position gets given away. Here comes one. Good use of the drone. That was good play. Good play. Good utilization of the drone, watching that rotation, expecting a push, slammed him. That was a very good play. Hop on that drone again. I'd say 1v2, the other team definitely should chill at this point. Whether they will or not, I guess we'll find out. But, yep, check that long angle. You need to check Dragon as well, and then you are safe to push in. Don't waste too much time watching that. Obviously, you only have 40 seconds left in a 1v2. You need to start pushing as quickly as possible. That is probably the best tip I could give. Always try and watch the clock. So you've taken you 2 minutes and a half to get maintenance, and you're still worried about flanks, but you're just slowly losing time, and your teammates seem to have lost faith. It's good that the others denied it, but as I said, you're just still slowly wasting time. And with the Fuser being on the other side of the map, I'd say this in gold, people are smart enough. And see, you just wasted so much time peeking that, and then finally when you stop paying attention, that's when he peeked you. So you just need to get the hell up there a little bit quicker, and that's probably, I don't know if it would have won you the round, but it definitely would have helped you out. Ela seems to have played this smart and just waited for you, really. You got bodied by a Goo Mine and a Lesion Mine when you came in. And this video ends in 1 second, so we're going to pause it there. But otherwise, my guy, you played good. You dropped like 7, I think, but obviously it was a little bit of a choke. You guys did have it in the first half, but I guess you slowly and collectively just started deteriorating, and you kind of lost your mojo. But that does happen, everyone. There's nothing really wrong with that at all. If I give you any tips, it would be 100% to watch that B button. I don't know if it's because you run a paddle on a elite controller, because when you did drop shot that guy before, it might have just been you held it down too much out of stress, and you do crouch spam a little bit throughout other kills. 100% make sure to watch that. Always make sure to watch the clock as well. The clock is your friend. If you play it right, it's 100% going to help you out throughout majority of the rounds. Along with this clock one, do try not to waste too much time on your drone. This is something that a lot of people do suffer, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it does kind of stitch you up in terms of if you're wasting too long just droning, checking stuff, kind of being a little bit worried about a push. That is what's called playing a bit too passive, and that's what's going to kind of get you in situations like you had in this last round where you had 15 seconds left to go, diffuser on the other side of the map, and you just had no time really. Especially in those late game situations when it's 1v2s, 1v3s. If you want to have any chance of winning, you kind of just need to fucking get in there. Unless you know exactly where everyone is and you know they're on site, then you can kind of start playing slow and smarter and just pick them off. But if you don't know where they are, you kind of just have to send it at this point and just hope for the best, because obviously getting Diffuser back needs to be your #1 priority, and you kind of prioritized hopefully just getting some lucky kills. 100% you should play the win and go and get Diffuser, but otherwise I'd say you played pretty good. Your aim was not bad. Crosshair placement was a bit off in some situations, but everyone's is off in some situations, let's be honest. But yeah, otherwise I'd say you played a pretty good game, and I definitely respect your grind, and I wish you the best on your future ranked endeavors. Hopefully this did help you, and hopefully this did help everyone watching, because obviously that is the goal of these videos. If you did find it helpful, make sure to leave a like and let me know down below what you found helpful. And also, if you didn't like it, also leave a like because you're just a legend. But also make sure to go down below and let me know what you think I can do to improve these videos and make them a little bit better. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure to leave a like on this video. Make sure to drop a sub. We're in that final stretch towards 10k. It's getting very close. We're getting very hyped. And also, make sure to come check out my Twitch. Links in the description. I stream there every day from 7:15 PM Australian Eastern Standard Times, except for Saturdays. So, otherwise, I think that's about it. Thank you for the submission, my guy, and hopefully you can get yourself out of gold sometime soon. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.